You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Minister of Grand Bahama along with tourism officials welcoming a new cruise ship to the island. Plus, the Economic Affairs Minister providing an update on negotiations with retailers following the introduction of price control on breadbasket items. And the principal of a high school in Bimini is sharing how his students are doing academically. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Grand Bahama welcoming the inaugural voyage of Holland America's New Statenham. The cruise ship of 1,000 crew members was set to dock in Key West when they was turned around due to the country's new regulation of a no-cruise zone. That unexpected turn resulted in the ship coming to Grand Bahama, as Yolanda Thompson-Everest reports. The captain of the vessel was greeted by a few special guests, including the Minister of Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie.
The new Statenham, carrying 2,300 passengers, docked here at the Freeport Harbor to experience the island's wide attraction and fun activities. This is the cruise ship's first time docking in Grand Bahama, and Captain Neil O'Driscoll says that the ship will be visiting the island again next year. Welcoming the Voyager on its first inaugural visit was the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, executives from the Ministry of Tourism, the Freeport Harbor Company, Department of Immigration, Bahamas Customs, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Minister Moxie stating that her ministry and the new Statenham brand owner, Holland America, will be in discussion to further discuss cruise call opportunities.
We, of course, want to ensure that our touristic product is up to par, because that's what the guests look for. They look for those authentic experiences, and so we are working with stakeholders on the island to ensure that we're there. But the key is sustaining it. The key is increasing the cruise calls, and these are the things that we're working on with the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation.
Captain Noel O'Driscoll shares how the new Statenham made its way to Grand Bahama.
We were scheduled for Key West. Key West is unavailable to cruise ships at the moment, so the Freeport seemed to be a good alternative. So hopefully our guests enjoy it, and hopefully it'll put it on the map for future calls as well for Holland America.
A few executives all giving their take on the significant day.
It's very important for us to continue to work with the Ministry of Grand Bahama from the Ministry of Tourism aspect. We want to certainly synergize our efforts to make sure we take advantage of every opportunity that becomes available for Grand Bahama.
So following the pandemic, which really began for Freeport in 2020, we lost really all of the cruise ships. And so to come to a place where we're beginning to see cruise activity again, climbing steadily towards 200 crews annually is really a positive thing.
Now, Captain O'Driscoll was not clear when the ship would make its next call to the island next year. However, he hopes that those 2 trips won't be the last. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest.
In other news, the nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, introduced price controls on dozens of key food staples in the country nearly 2 months ago. And since the announcement, retail grocers have been up in arms as some pharmacies closed their doors, all opposing the government's decision. Well, tonight, the Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Halkitis, is giving an update on the ongoing negotiations with those retailers. Simone Davis reports.
The price controls on 38 items was set to take effect back in October and last 6 months, after which they will be subject to review. The Retail Grocers Association rejected this decision, arguing that while the government had announced 38 items would be added to the price control basket, it is actually 38 categories, which would affect more than 5,000 items where inventory and price adjustments would have to be made. This argument led to ongoing discussions between the association and the government in an effort to find common ground. Minister for Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis say there are regulations that are in place which are being followed.
The regulations are in place. We had some discussion around, the main concern of the grocers was that they thought that we should have a list of items under price control as opposed to categories. We undertook to have some discussion to eventually arrive at a situation, perhaps a list, as opposed to the broad categories. Those discussions are ongoing.
The minister stated last month that the government had agreed to provide higher price control margins than its initial announcement for perishable items. He explains that the government's decision is intentional.
The point that we left off at would be, yes, the amendments are in place. We will enforce them. Our teams are out enforcing. And during this period, bearing in mind that the expansion was initially for a period of 6 months, that takes us to May. During this intervening period, we will have discussions about arriving at a list. So it's not a question of the amendments not being in place. The amendments are in place. We'll continue the discussion during that time.
The RGA also argued that the move would have been detrimental to the local food wholesale and retail industry and indicated that they would not implement the price control amendments until they received a conclusive response from the government. Halkidis says as a result of negotiations, most of the retail grocers are now compliant.
My advice from them, what they're telling me is most people are compliant, both in terms of the pharmacies and in terms of the grocers. The new amendments are being respected, but we will continue our checks and our inspections. But so far, our information is that people are complying.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
While inflation on property costs have become a major concern for some residents, tonight a local real estate agent explains why there is an inflation and how it can benefit the island. Our Aja Quant has this report.
Lately, everything has been on the rise, including properties. This, according to real estate agent Alex Thompson, who says although Grand Bahama property values are returning to pre-Dorian levels, there is also a growing interest from local and international persons. Immediately following the devastation of Hurricane Dorian back in 2019, homeowners began selling their properties for little to no money for what Alex Thompson says was out of fear or just simply moving off the island. Now, some 3 years later, property prices are inflating.
There's a shortage of available housing within a reasonable price range, or that low to middle class price range. So anything between 120 to 160 and 70,000, we have limited inventory. And so you're finding that those persons that have those homes for sale, they're able to command and hold out for full prices because they know the inventory is limited.
She says, in addition to higher demand, another contributing factor is the cost of construction, resulting in higher fees for homes. The real estate agent lends this advice to those seeking to buy.
Particularly for younger couples, I'll say to them, consider a condominium. Start small. Start with a smaller investment. If you don't have any kids, or even if you have one child, go into a condo. And what you might want to do is, get a mortgage for that. And after a couple of years that you would have paid off on that condo, you can use the equity built up to maybe look at investing in something else.
Following the 2019 storm, many residents on the island realized the value of having home insurance. And now there is a high possibility that it will inflate more in 2023.
I think we all realize after Dorian, we need to have insurance, and that is not going to change. It is a cost of life. It's a cost of living. So we understand gas goes up, food goes up, and insurance is going to go up. All that means is that you just have to be smarter. You have to consider putting down maybe a higher deposit when you go for a mortgage, and you have to look at how you're going to make your mortgage payments that will be inclusive of your insurance.
And although the costs may have increased recently, Thompson adds that persons are now looking to purchase because of the amount of investments they see coming to the island. She encourages Bahamians to own a piece of the land or collaborate and invest, as there are a number of opportunities coming forth on Grand Bahama soon. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
In news from the crime beat, 2 males, 55 and 23, both residents of South Bahamia, are in police custody after they were found in possession of a quantity of suspected marijuana and edible marijuana gummies. Preliminary reports revealed that around 9 a.m. on Wednesday, November 30th, officers of the Anti-Gang and Firearms Unit executed a search warrant on a residence in South Bahamia where they found the drugs. Meanwhile, police are actively investigating and appealing to members of the public, particularly parents, to examine and pay close attention to gummy bears that children may have in their possessions, as police have seen an increase in marijuana gummy bears. In news from police on Abaco, police on that northern island arrested a juvenile male of Crossing Rock after he was found in possession of a quantity of suspected marijuana on Wednesday, November 30th. Preliminary report revealed that shortly after 11 a.m., officers were notified by school officials that a student was in possession of the illegal drug. Now, the young man was removed from the school and is currently assisting police with their investigations into this matter. Well, a joint operation between officers of the Drug Enforcement Unit, the Criminal Investigations Department, and the Central Intelligence Branch on Grand Bahama resulted in a number of marijuana plants discovered Wednesday, November 30th. Preliminary police reports revealed that shortly after 9 a.m., officers acting on intelligence executed a search warrant on a residence in Hunters, where they found a quantity of suspected drugs inside the home. The marijuana plants were growing in the makeshift backyard farm. Now, the plants have an estimated street value of $2,636. Subsequently, a 50-year-old male and a 23-year-old resident of South Bahamia were taken into custody. Senior citizens treated to a special luncheon courtesy of Urban Renewal East Grand Bahama. That story, a whole lot more, including sports, when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
Come on down. Come on down now.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street, phone 688-9661.
Festival Noel is back. Friday, December 2nd at the Rand Nature Center. Wine tasting, art exhibition, live music and entertainment, cigar lounge, and culinary experiences.
Welcome to the beautiful Raven Mall, the Freeport Mall that has it all. Centrally located within the heart of Grand Bahama, offering you and your family a unique and memorable experience. Shop over 80 stores and restaurants, all under one roof. Stay heart healthy and in shape at two of the largest fitness centers in Freeport. Dine at one of our scrumptious restaurants. Enjoy Bahamian delicacies, Mexican tacos, vegan options, healthy snacks, sandwiches, subs, smoothies, lattes, wine and spirits, and more. Shop at one of our stylish stores. Clothing boutiques for the entire family. From newborn to jewelry, footwear, electronics, pets, gift ideas, home decor, flowers, health, and beauty. Unwind at one of our trendy hair and nail salons, or just stop in and enjoy our beautiful and comfortable atmosphere. So come on in and enjoy fantastic savings with the stores at the Raven Mall. Dine, shop, and unwind. Located West Atlantic Drive, Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama Tiles is saying this is the season with a 15% off store-wide sale. Sale starts Thursday, December 1st and ends on Saturday, December 3rd.
Park and Shop is having a Thanksgiving sale, 25% off excluding all red tag items. And Dollar Plus has 20% off all Christmas decorations, November 24th through the 30th.
Can you hear it? Do you feel it? The culture comes alive once again. On Saturday, December 3rd at 8 p.m., join us for the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture virtual Junkanoo Parade.
prevention should be everyone's business. Therefore, we want to remind you not to leave your bags or valuables visibly seen on the seat of your vehicle unattended. This negligent practice will create an opportunity for a criminal to commit a crime. Please desist from such practices.
This message is brought to you by the Royal Bahamas Police Force, creating safer communities.
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. An urban renewal center has found a way to give back to the elderly every month. And in this month in particular, they invited our ZNS News team to the West. The senior citizens a part of this initiative say they're grateful for the Seahorse Center and all they do. Our Ajaquant has the details in this report.
Senior citizens from East Grand, Bahama, and Marcos City gathering here in West End for their monthly social by Urban Renewal Seahorse Center. They say they look forward to this every month as a way to get out of the house to have some fun. As a way to celebrate seniors, Urban Renewal Seahorse Center ensures that they keep up with their monthly social. This month, a lunch being prepared at Coffees on the Bay in West End, and center manager at Urban Renewal East Grand Bahama, Kyla Knowles-Tenner, says this is just a way that they decide to give back to the seniors in their community.
We have persons that already contributed to the community, and here it is, they're retired, they're home, they're looking for something to do, and they just love to get out of the house. Sometimes we also have programs going on at the center with arts and crafts for our seniors, and just have a little luncheon and fellowship time.
Now the senior citizens, a part of this social club, says they look forward to this treat every month.
Man, it's going beautiful. I look forward to it like little children. You know, like Christmas coming up, you look forward to the outing. So I really enjoy it, you know, meeting with a lot of my friends that I haven't seen for a long time.
I enjoy these times with the elderly because we just have a lot of fun.
They've been fantastic. Actually, I look forward to them. That's on my calendar, and nothing interferes with that.
Andros native James Smith and his wife also traveled to Grand Bahama to join in the social.
Grand Bahama is my second home. I'm glad I'm here. You know, our house was damaged during Hurricane Dorian, so I can fit in. You know, it really gives me pleasure to be here today.
Again, the social happens every month, and the center manager says for any senior citizen wanting to join, they're more than welcome to do so. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ajaquant.
Meanwhile, our own management here at the ZNS Northern Service joining in on the celebration with a surprise for the senior citizens. The team heard of the monthly social and that the seniors were being treated to lunch and wanted to show gratitude for all that they do, not only in the community, but also their contributions to ZNS.
Marks our 40th anniversary of broadcasting television in the Bahamas and 32 years, November 5th, of television broadcasting in Grand Bahama. And they've all played a significant role in one way or the other, and this is just our way to show that we appreciate them, and their consistent and invaluable contribution means a lot to us, and we're just grateful for that.
The senior DGM says that they were surprised and we're happy to engage with the staff from ZNS.
I would say they epitomize the idiom of sitting at the feet of, because many of our reporters and our cameramen have actually sat at the feet of many of these precious gems, where they've been able to tell their stories, historical stories, tradition, and culture. Why we're here, where are we going? And we just appreciate of it. We appreciate them.
Well, the Bahamas joining the world this past Friday in observing World AIDS Day with a national church service. Attendees were pinned with red ribbons upon entrance into the sanctuary of St. Paul's Methodist Church. Officials remarking on the impacts of HIV and AIDS underscored the importance of working as a united front in achieving the UNAIDS goal of not only ending inequalities, but ending the disease as a public health threat. Our Raven Davis has more in this report.
Grand Bahama residents uniting in the fight against HIV during the World AIDS Day National Church Service here at St. Paul's Methodist Church. This year's theme, Equalize. It was a time of singing, scripture reading, and reflection on the lives lost and those affected by the disease. Although localized statistics point to a decrease in the number of new reported cases over the last decade, the theme resonates as many are at risk due to shrinking resources and inequities in access to health services.
I'm hopeful that if everyone is given equal access to equal treatment, regardless of their socioeconomic status, their gender, or their sexual orientation, that we will counteract this pandemic that we call HIV and AIDS.
Managing Director at the PHA, Albinette Roll, noting that UNAIDS has sounded the alarm for international stakeholders to work harder and increase funding to achieve the long-term goal of eradication. She says here at home we face our own set of challenges, but applauds crusaders in the fight for their persistent efforts.
HIV infection impacts so much more than just the physical health of a person. After a person is diagnosed with HIV, he or she often suffers from fear of being stigmatized and fear of disclosure. Tonight, this World AIDS Day event marks an important and progressive step to addressing the challenges we face as we continue to work together to fight HIV and AIDS.
Reflecting on a time when the disease was considered a death sentence, Reverend Elkanah Seymour says, thankfully, medical advancements makes it possible for those affected to live normal lives. He encouraged congregants to exercise responsible strategies in protecting themselves, noting that it is God's will for His people to live life abundantly.
My brothers and sisters, education is so important. The more that we become more educated about these diseases, the better we would be to deal with them. And it will allow us to be free and to equalize. Persons need to be more responsible and know their status. But we are happy for the new developments in the drugs that prolong life and help persons to become protected from the virus, to equalize, and not only to be protected, but to protect others.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Your Friday evening check on sports is up next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports on a Friday. We have a whole lot of sports updates for you. Let's jump right in.
Day one of the Northern Bahamas Volleyball Championships got off to a hot start at the St. George's Gymnasium. In senior girls action, the LIS Buccaneers beat the SC Boodle Dolphins in 2 sets, 21-13 and 21-14. Here's Bucks coach Nigel Kirkby on what it will take for his team to make a deep run.
If we get the fundamentals right, I know our ladies can play some really, really good volleyball.
As reigning senior girls champions in Abaco, Dolphins coach Ash Vaughan Russell is confident in her team's ability to bounce back.
This one we lost, however, we're going to come back stronger and harder the next time around.
In other senior girls scores, the Sunland Stingers outlasted the Agape Christian Eagles 2 sets to 1. They'd win the first set 21-15 and drop the second 16-21 before rallying to win the third 15-11. The Amar Rock Blue Jays will go on to defeat the Patrick J. Bethel Marlins in 2 sets, 21-18 and 21-13. The action continues this evening as the teams continue to battle for the top prize. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Switching gears now, the YMCA tennis program is once again up and running. The focus this year, according to coach, is fundamentals.
We got to the stage now where we have about 7 players who can play on their own, play by themselves. So practice began to change now, where at first it was all about working with me, but now on certain days they will hit a whole lot, And then we have a lot of new players coming in now. Well, the pandemic has stopped everything, but now, since the pandemic is over, everything is just coming back now. So we got a lot of new players now.
In women's hoops, Coach Yo and her Ole Miss Lady Rebels will be in action again this Sunday when they take on Oklahoma University on the road. Game time is 2 p.m. So far on the year, the Lady Rebels are 7-1 with their one loss coming to the hands of 7th-ranked Utah. And finally in sports, Grand Behemoth Michael Strawn and the Indianapolis Colts will take on the 8-3 Dallas Cowboys this Sunday in Week 13 of the NFL season. We will have scores and highlights on Week 13 next week. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Have a great weekend.
High school basketball tournament is coming to the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. You've seen them go viral on social media. Now come and see them in person. December 16th and 17th, catch the biggest names in high school basketball. Get your tickets today from any Suncash location. Download the app or purchase them online at hoops.mysuncash.com or using the QR code on your screen. Hoop Fest in paradise, where stars are born.
With the holiday season fast approaching, Holland Bahamas says it's time for those window and cabinet upgrades. In stock now are white shaker cabinets, Swiss chocolate, Ovaltine brown, and Hello Milo cabinets. And if you're looking for windows, Holland Bahamas has PVC sliding windows, casement and hurricane sliding impact windows. Holland Bahamas on Queens Highway. Enhance your home in ways that beautify and last. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Can you hear it? Do you feel it? The culture comes alive once again. On Saturday, December 3rd at 8 p.m., join us for the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture virtual Junkanoo Parade.
Covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Our Facebook friend of the day is Denzel Jones. We say thank you so much for always watching ZNS Northern Service, and we hope you enjoyed your birthday. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team and the North, I'm Amiko Knowles. Have a great weekend. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. Revenue numbers up according to the latest fiscal snapshot. A new tourism agreement signed with Saudi Arabia. Reggae star Beres Hammond is in town. And in sports, 3 of the best sprinters inducted into the National Walk of Fame. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Government revenue and expenditure still up. Good evening, I'm Jumanita Swain. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for joining us. The local economy showing signs of rebounding from the COVID-induced downturn, and that's always a good thing, but by the same token, the deficit widened. Let's look first at what the government pulled in for October. Based on that month's fiscal snapshot, revenue receipts climbed by $41.5 million or 22.4% to $227.2 million, a figure driven largely by improved international trade and transactions, VAT collections, as well as growth in other taxes on goods and services. However, expenditure also increased, and for the month of October, by $60.8 million to $302.1 million. And behind this, a $56.7 million upswing in recurrent spending, as a $9 million jump in personal emoluments owing to increases in pensions, promotions, and other benefits. Other notable areas: the acquisition of goods and services of $63.1 million, other payments of $27.4 million, the acquisition of a non-financial asset of $13.4 million, and capital transfers of another $0.6 million. What this led to was a deficit of $74.9 million, a $19.3 million increase from the previous deficit of $55.6 million. Well, Saudi Arabia recently opened its country to tourism and outside investments, and the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, affirms the Bahamas must sit at the table to sustain our strong tourism brand. His comments come on a successful trip to the World Travel and Tourism Council's Global Summit in Saudi Arabia this week. Hear more in this report from our Altavis Munnings.
A memorandum of understanding on cooperation in the field of tourism, the end result of what local tourism officials say was a successful week at the World Travel and Tourism Global Summit in Saudi Arabia. The MOU serves as a pledge the Bahamas and Saudi Arabia have agreed to emphasize the role of tourism in fostering economic development and promoting mutual understanding between the parties, as well as enhancing cooperation in that key industry. Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, saw the summit as a great opportunity to share knowledge, experience, and ideas on a global level across the sector.
Saudi Arabia is building many giga projects, which tells me that we have to continue to invest in our product. We need more rooms. I continue to ask the investment community to build more hotels, build more rooms, build more capacity. We can fill those rooms, but we do need the investment. We have to continue to improve what we offer.
And while the tourism minister boasts that the country's tourism rebound is propelling faster than the rest of the world, and praising Team Tourism's phenomenal work in sending the message around the world that the Bahamas is open for business, he admits much more needs to be done.
We know that there is significantly increased consumer demand. There is more need for seamless, contactless travel. We have to innovate. We have to ensure that our stakeholders are innovating. We have to use technology efficiently, and this transcends the tourism industry. WTTC is projecting a 5.8% growth. I'm pleased to tell you that the Bahamas is outstripping this growth significantly. We are projecting a 20% growth. So this warms our heart that when we benchmark what we are doing against the world, we continue to be leaders.
And tourism technology utilized around the world must be adaptable here as well.
Eventually, biometrics will be the way of the world, where travelers want to walk through one corridor, for example, and clear immigration and customs and check in for their flight, and instead of showing a boarding pass, there be facial recognition. These are some of the things that's being discussed.
The tourism minister is adamant that 2023 will be the best tourism year in Bahamian history. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings.
And still talking investments, over $1 billion and counting. That's the price tag of investments generated by Sterling Global Financial, with officials recently opening its $250 million hurricane hull super yacht and marina on Paradise Island. There's even so much more planned for there and other family islands.
So we've been involved in over $1 billion worth of financings and our own stuff that we're done, and we're not through. We live here. We love it here. We put money back in here.
Executive Chairman, Founder and Director David Kasoy summing up the contributions Sterling Global Financial has to date made to the country. The most recent development, the $250 million hurricane hull super yacht facility. With financing another plank in the company's portfolio, Kasoy says they financed Norman's Key, the Bryland Marina, and a new marina is planned for the Exumas. But this recent development looks to bring in millions.
The impact will probably be over $100 million from on an annual basis in some way, whether they come here, spend money here, go to the restaurants, go to Atlantis. So I would say these people spend a lot of money here.
And with more than 200 Bahamians employed, Kasoy couldn't think of a better place to invest.
This is a little piece of paradise. I mean, you don't have all the safety issues here that a lot of countries have. I don't worry about those things here. You have a good work ethic here. I mean, we've had offices in the States, Canada, and if you put an ad in the paper, you get nobody wanting to work. Here, if you put an ad in the paper, you get 200 people that want to work. So the work ethic here of the right people is excellent.
In news from the crime beat, a joint collaboration between the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the United States Homeland Security has resulted in the arrest and deportation of 34-year-old wanted suspect Doral Anson Cornell Hannah Bimini. Hannah was arrested in South Florida back on June 9th by U.S. Border Patrol and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. U.S. law enforcement accompanied Hannah here to New Providence Thursday morning. He'll then be sent to Grand Bahama to assist police investigations into an attempted murder back on November 18th. Police thanking the U.S. Homeland Security Investigation Liaison Team for their assistance in this matter. While a male juvenile from Abaco is now in police custody after being caught with dangerous drugs. The student was arrested after school officials notified police that the youngster had a quantity of suspected marijuana in his possession. He was subsequently removed from school by police. Investigations into this matter continue. The man prosecutors believe to be behind that brutal bus stop murder caught on camera arraigned in the magistrate's court earlier today. That's 26-year-old Glenardo Johnson of number 57 Key West Street was charged with the October 4th killing of bus driver Giovanni LaFleur. LaFleur was allegedly shot and killed by a lone gunman who posed as a passenger before killing the driver as he exited his 15A bus at a Robinson Road stop. Police confirmed the victim was known to them and on bail for murder and attempted murder. Johnson was not required to enter a plea and was placed on remand at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Now, the 26-year-old, however, expressed to Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt that he is in fear for his life, claiming that not only was the victim a gang leader, but that his stepfather is also a prison guard. While the magistrate noted his claims to be passed on to the prison commissioner, Johnson is due back in court on March 19th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. While you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
We are a leading Bahamian bank, one of the largest publicly traded companies on BISX. Our measure of strength is our growth and performance, with over $1.7 billion in assets. We remain committed to serving the interests of our shareholders, staff, clients, and communities. The confidence to lead, the performance to remain. We are Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with
will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas, link up with BTC.
Christmas coming here is all around. Christmas back in town. Christmas coming here is all around.
Christmas is coming, and your fingers know it.
Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Oh yeah, I can feel Christmas back in town.
For a finger-licking good Christmas. KFC.
Back in town.
Right, are you looking at my dress? You ready for this big party?
Party? Girl, you're gonna have to change your birthday because I can't make that. After my party, I get a cough, I start having a fever, and then I even had a sore throat. I thought it was the flu. Come to find out it was COVID. Girl, I think you better get tested.
What do you do now? I can't be bothered with COVID, you know.
Girl, you know it ain't never too late to change your plans. Girl, you know they got new testing sites, right? You better go to one of them.
Where are these new sites located anyway?
University of the Bahamas and Golden Gates Plaza. They're open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They even have sites in Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma, and they're opened on the weekends. Girl, the best part is, it's free.
Thanks for letting me know. I hope you feel better soon.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem. Just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Thanks for staying with us. In labor news, the National Insurance Board's Public Managers Union is now an official member of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas Trade Union Congress. President Obie Ferguson boasting at a press conference today that this latest addition bodes well for the TUC's 465-strong membership.
Collectively, we here, and I want the President and the Secretary and the officers to see the benefit of being a part of this body. When we meet with the Prime Minister, you can be right there. We ain't gonna be talking for you. You can be right there putting your views for your union. We can support it, obviously, but you're competent.
The Public Managers Union was a member of the National Congress of Trade Unions Bahamas. However, President Nadia Edgecombe says the decision was made to pull out and join the CBTUC. She explained that their goal was to unify the union's membership and to be progressive in their goals.
My team and I, we are basically new to unionism, and we wanted to have an open mind going in. We have new ideas and new things that we want to see done, and we felt like our management union was a part of a different Congress, which is the TUC. We were a part of the NCTUB. Our aim as this executive team is to bring unity within our own organization.
A Commonwealth of the Bahamas Trade Union Congress, President Obie Ferguson confirming that he's requested a meeting with government in order to highlight the plight of entertainers in the country in an effort to ensure that they get more job opportunities. Ferguson noted that entertainers play a pivotal role in the country's tourism product, but too many of them are unemployed or have no pension or insurance.
What we're doing now, we said to the government, any entertainer that comes to the Bahamas, they must sign an agreement with this union. They're headed up by Count Bernardino. Everybody know him? Mm-hmm. But his daughter is the president of the union. And we're going to make sure that a percentage, about 5% or thereabouts, they got to pay that union 5% to come here. If they can't do that, then we are not going to support them bringing in people to perform when we have trained Bahamians to do it. The other point we're going to work on, when the ships get 5 miles out of the Bahamas, coming in, we're going to request that the bars and those things are closed. So when they come here, they will utilize the local facilities.
To some, he is the soundtrack to their childhood. To others, he is the writer of the melodies which bring on an instant wave of nostalgia. And now, for only one night only, legendary reggae artist Beres Hammond is back in the Bahamas. Our Anthony Smith got a chance to catch up with the artist before his Saturday concert. Here's that story.
For the crowd here at home, it feels like a long-awaited dream. But for reggae legend Beres Hammond, it feels more like coming home.
Through the years, you have always treated me like family, you know? I've always been looking forward to coming here year after year.
This time, returning to the Bahamas for YBE, Excalibur, and All-Star Promotions Seasons of Love concert, a lineup of local and internationally known artists headlining Hammond and his signature Lovers Rock.
Love is the word.
It's a concert that coincides with the rebound of the local entertainment industry, a sector which had faced a number of challenges in the wake of COVID-19. But now, more than 2 years in, the industry is bouncing back, and with it, the economy.
So every aspect of the Bahamian economy was touched with this concert. When we look at the local food vendors, they would have had to buy from supplies from local vendors. When we look at the young individuals that we're hiring, so we have a staff of about 255 for this concert.
But even more than that, Hammond's arrival transcends beyond just a concert, becoming an event about inclusion and bridging generational gaps.
We have 21-year-olds saying that they want to come see Mr. Beres Hammond. And then we have 60-year-olds say, do you have somewhere?
Among them, some who will attend just to pay tribute to their parents' favorite artists, and others who have expressed how they've waited more than 15 years. And now, tomorrow, during the Season of Love, they'll finally have their chance.
Been missing in action now for about 5 years, or something like that. That's too long. So I'm happy to be back here again, and looking forward to seeing you all and the rest of the family.
The Season of Love concert is set to kick off at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium on Saturday at 8. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Anthony Smith.
Well, a number of activities ending Disabilities Week taking place this weekend. A rally concert is set for Saturday and a church service at Judea Baptist Church on Sunday. According to the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities Chairman Nalini Bethel, these activities complement several initiatives showing the disabled community that efforts continue to enhance their quality of life. She also highlighted a new disability app which was funded by the United Nations Development Fund.
So now a person with a disability will receive NEMA alerts right in the app. They will receive registration information. They can get the lanyards for the airport when they travel through NCPD. They will also be able to book transportation in the near future. And very importantly and very relevantly at the moment, for this program, we are going to have job listings in the app that we get from Mr. Falcon.
An appeal is also going out to the business community to give disabled persons available job opportunities.
We admonish organizations that employ more than 100 persons to have one person as a person with a disability who is employed. This is an affirmative action program that we have as part of our act. But honestly, we have not implemented that. We have not policed that.
It's time now for the answer to the weekly poll question. And just as a reminder, this week we asked, have you ever experienced or witnessed acts of domestic violence? On the ZNS webpage, 47% of you say you've experienced it, 41% have witnessed it, while the other 12% have both witnessed and experienced acts of domestic violence. On Twitter, 33% of you say you have experienced it, 50% have witnessed it, while the remaining 17% have both witnessed and experienced acts of domestic violence. As for YouTube, 14% have experienced, 41% have witnessed, while 46% have both witnessed and experienced acts of domestic violence. As always, thanks for participating. Well, the National Report returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Escape into the world of Junkanoo this Boxing and New Year's Day. This spirited experience draws much excitement to downtown Nassau and is deemed the rhythm of every Bahamian's heartbeat.
So what Junkanoo means to us is life. It's our way of life. The rhythm of Junkanoo is synonymous with our heartbeat. It's our true representation of what it means to be a Bahamian. And so I'm excited to be at this point. I'm excited to be 30 days away from this parade, just to get back on Bay Street with our fellow Bahamians to celebrate, take part in our true cultural expression. So Junkanoo for us is life. Junkanoo is alive. It's been 2.5 years since we've been on Bay Street. Everyone is excited. All the planning is done. It's been a long year. It's been a rough road to get back to Bay Street, but it's finally time to get back to Bay Street and celebrate our culture. So I'm excited. I know the groups are ready. It's time to go. Junkanoo's alive. We have lost a lot of Junkanooers over the past 2.5 years due to COVID and all of every single group have been negatively impacted, whether it is with our finances, whether it is with human loss. This is going to be a hot competition. 2.5 years. You know, the Saxons have been the defending champion for 2.5 years. I think that's the record for a defending champion. And a lot of groups are gunning for them. They're ready to take that prize from them. And I know the Saxons are ready to defend that prize. So it's going to be a competitive parade. I think this is going to be some of the largest parades that we have seen on Bay Street in a while. My phone is buzzing. People want to buy tickets. They can't wait till the end of the month. So this is going to be a hot parade. And I tell people, get your tickets early, be on time. It's going to be a spectacular show.
Junkanoo is back. Avid Junkanooers are thrilled to return to Bay Street this holiday season. For more information, please visit JCNP's Facebook page. I am Vandia Sands, and this is Tourism Today.
NBA League Pass is the coolest way to watch the hottest game there is. When threes rain down and superstars heat up. When clutch jumpers splash and your team is fire. You'll be there for up to 40 games a week. Any way you want to watch. NBA League Pass. Order now.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
Win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotia Plan loan this Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Plan the perfect Christmas with your Scotia Plan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. protection. Join the family, join the family, family guardian. Protect the ones you love, a friend that you can trust. Family guardian.
Want to win a yummy Little Caesars party meal? Just go into Little Caesars by December 15th and purchase the stuffed crust slam dunk pizza. Be sure to keep your receipt and watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcast only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners. Win a Little Caesars party meal. First, buy a stuffed crust slam dunk pizza by December 15th. Second, save your receipt. Third, watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcasted only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners.
Pizza, pizza.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
I'm looking at my dress. You ready for this big party?
Party? Girl, you're gonna have to change your birthday because I can't make that. After my party, I get a cough, I start having a fever, and then I even had a sore throat. I thought it was the flu. Come to find out it was COVID. Girl, I think you better get tested.
What do you do now? I can't be bothered with COVID, you know.
Girl, you know it ain't never too late to change your plans. Girl, you know they got new testing sites, right? You better go to one of them.
Where are these new sites located anyway?
University of the Bahamas and Golden Gate Plaza. They're open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They even have sites in Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma, and they're opened on the weekends. Girl, the best part is, it's free.
Thanks for letting me know. I hope you feel better soon.
Message is brought to you by Holland WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The official results of this season's Junkanoo parades are expected to be widely available much sooner than during the last parade in 2019. When the cultural festival makes its triumphant return on New Providence on Boxing Day, the use of technology will again be incorporated to facilitate faster tallying results. Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence Chairman Dion Miller reveals that Alive will again provide tablets and there will be real-time tabulation of the scores. During the last parade, he says results were available from morning, but it was a mistake waiting to provide official numbers to the media.
This year we're still finalizing the exact time, but we anticipate that it will be early in the early morning again. We would like to get back to being able to announce the parade live after the parade immediately happens. And so stay tuned. We're in the process of finalizing that. But we are all about technology and transparency and improving the process for not just the Junkanoos, for Bahamians alike.
Sponsor of the Junkanoo Parade, Alive Chief Information Officer Dwayne Davis, pointed out the company has created a more efficient way to purchase tickets through an interactive app that will also allow interaction with groups during the parade. And the good news is the official launch of ticket sales is set for Saturday.
As mandated by the JCMP as well as the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, not all tickets will be available on sale. We will make tickets available for walk-up customers at the Live Cable Beach and Harbor Bay store. So please don't get excited that you may not be comfortable with technology. You still have the ability to purchase tickets at one of the Alive stores.
December will be a celebration of Bahamian culture as the country marks National Cultural Heritage Month under the theme Celebrating Ourselves, Culturally United. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, announced activities have been planned up to December 31st to highlight the Bahamas' rich cultural heritage. The return of Junkanoo, Culture in the Park, and the Christmas Cultural Village are among events that the public can look forward to, with the minister acknowledging the efforts of creatives who help to keep Bahamian culture alive.
Again, wish to thank the practitioners of culture in music, dance, drama, culinary, arts and crafts, film, fashion, literary work, and religion for their tireless effort and for their commitments to sharing their creativity and passion. Keeping the culture of the Bahamas alive is foremost for me and my ministry. And I encourage all persons, groups, organizations, and companies in all islands to celebrate the vibrant culture heritage of the Bahamas through your own unique expression.
Well, Heritage Month events are planned across various islands. Director of Culture, Dorica Delavo Grant, says a full list can be found on the Ministry of Youth, Sports and the Culture and the Division of Culture's Facebook pages. She says culture comes from the people, and the Department of Culture is intent on providing the linkages and connections and instituting policies that will propel cultural artists to success.
There will be a number of celebratory events that will be held this month, both in person and virtually. In-person events such as the Division of Culture's Christmas Cultural Village, which will be held at the Ministry of Education ground, Dame Ivy Dumont Building, on Saturday, December 3rd from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will be having religious culture movie pop-ups at the Kwaku Street Community Center on December 4th and the Edmund Moxie Community Center on December 18th. The annual National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony will be held in Rawson Square on December 7th at 6:30 p.m. We will also have a cultural expressions event in Grand Bahama at the CAC building on December 8th and 15th.
The Bahamas winning this year's regional tourism debate competition in Montego Bay, Jamaica this past Tuesday. It's the first time our country competed in the event. Abaco's Patrick J. Bethel High School students Tiana Boodle, Ocean Fox, and Dinero Sanfar went head-to-head against Jamaica, arguing the opposing motion on the topic. This house would implement a single visa regime for CARICOM countries to attract more visitors to the region. The regional finals attracted students from 14 countries and 11 schools that competed against 16 matches under the theme airing 2 points of view on the #1 industry. Team Bahamas was awarded trophies, medals, and an all-expense-paid trip for a weekend getaway at any Sandals Resort location. Congratulations to the young debaters. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
December 1! Hey! Movies for children. Big man. We run seasons and thing, man. Netflix all day. You understand? So just tell them what Daddy say so. And then send a message and tell them come. Any one of them. And they march.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
A Marine Protected Area, or MPA, is a legally defined area of the sea where certain types of activities are restricted for the conservation of the environment or protection of a cultural, historical site.
Since the late 1990s, successive governments, along with key stakeholders, have been working to create a network of marine protected areas across the Bahamas.
At that time, less than 2% of our nursery and breeding grounds for fish, conch, lobsters, and other species were in protected areas. Science said we needed to protect at least 20% of our marine ecosystems to replenish wildlife in our waters.
Research shows that well-managed MPAs provide real benefits to nature and communities.
MPAs not only replenish fisheries, they provide opportunities for tourism, education, research, and reduce the impact of climate change on coastal communities.
These benefits are not overnight, so everyone has to be patient for these MPAs to work.
Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more. See the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 4th Annual Caribbean Baseball Cup at the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium here in Nassau, Bahamas. On the visitor side is Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Haiti, Curacao, and Cuba. Prepare yourself for exciting adult baseball competition. Home Team Bahamas is ready to take on the world. December 4th through the 11th. Bring it on. Team Bahamas is ready for the world in baseball action. Not on our turf.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including aquaventure water park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Exuma residents getting the opportunity to learn about the Bahamas Bureau of Standards and Quality's current and future operations during stakeholder engagement meetings set for next week, Tuesday, December 6 at 12 p.m. at St. Andrew's Parish Hall in Georgetown. BBSQ representatives will discuss the Bureau's mandates and role in establishing quality infrastructure development and promotion of national standards in various industries, and the role of metrology in providing accurate and reliable measurements for trade. Metrology inspectors will use the Exuma trip to inspect and verify commercial scales used in trade, specifically at the airport and gas station fuel dispensers. The next BBSQ Family Island engagement meeting will be held in Abaco next year, February. It's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimenita. We are near clear skies, temperature at 80 degrees, a relative humidity 68%. We have northeast winds at 21 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,022.1 millibars, that's 30.18 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 78 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greenville, Key, Abaco, Marsh Ave, Abaco at 79 degrees, the Berry Island 79 as well. Alistown, Bimini, 80 degrees, 80 also in Harbour Island. Rock Sandy Lutris, 78. Otterstown, Cat Island, 79 degrees. In Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros, 80 degrees. 78 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. We're picking up some 79s in San Salvador and Rum Key, Georgetown, Exuma at 80 degrees. 82 in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matchitani, Nagua, 80 in the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas right through Sunday, northeasterly winds are very strong at 15 to 25 knots and rough sea conditions 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So advisories are in place for boaters throughout the 700 islands. Low tide takes place at 9:36 tonight with another low tide at 10:15 tomorrow morning. That's your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Tired of hoping the right candidates.
Hey, baby, you back? Man, it's so good to be home. All I do was eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left all of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by Holland WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The biggest international high school basketball tournament is coming to the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. You've seen them go viral on social media. Now come and see them in person. December 16th and 17th, catch the biggest names in high school basketball. Get your tickets today from any Suncash location. Download the app or purchase them online at hoops.mysuncash.com or using the QR code on your screen. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born.
Hey, baby, you back? Man, it's so good to be home. All I do is eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left well of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by Holland WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome to the Cable Bahamas Business Solutions Cybersecurity Tip of the Day for data backups. Regularly backup your business's data. Set your backups to happen automatically and store them somewhere secure. When considering data backups, consider the rule of 3-2-1. Have 3 local backups, 2 digital backups, and 1 offsite backup. Remember, stay safe, stay informed, and stay protected.
The biggest international high school basketball tournament is coming to the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. You've seen them go viral on social media. Now come and see them in person. December 16th and 17th, catch the biggest names in high school basketball. Get your tickets today from any Suncash location. Download the app or purchase them online at hoops.mysuncash.com or using the QR code on your screen. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born. Sports is being brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born. Welcome to your TGI of Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles here from the beautiful golf course at the Albany Resort for the 2022 Hero World Tour, where over 30 golfers are currently here at Albany for the signature Tiger Woods event. Now, before we get to the scores from the golf course, through the country's best and brightest inducted into the National Walk of Fame last evening. Shawnee Miller-Weibo, Stephen Gardner, and Anthony Strawn honored for the feats they've accomplished in the sport of track and field. The event coinciding with the official launch of the 50th Carifta Games taking place here in Nassau. Officially inducting the trio into the Ring of Honor was the nation's chief, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis.
I want to thank you for carrying the mantle of greatness. You joined the ranks of the few and worthy. I watched the 3 of you do great things in your various disciplines and continue to pursue even greater goals. We stand with you. We believe in you. We honor you and will continue to support you. Shawnee, Anthony, Stevie, welcome to the Legends Walk.
After the celebrations were done, we caught up with the athletes on the feeling of now being considered legends.
I couldn't ask for a better time to be given my flowers whilst I'm still competing in this sport, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
I remember in high school, everybody had their photo, and now I'm a professional athlete, and I hold all these titles, and I'm just happy to see myself amongst all the legends in our country,
It's a true blessing, just to be recognized, especially while we're still even in the sport. Everyone here has done legendary things, and to be a part of the walk is an amazing feeling, and to be inducted in with Anthony and Stevie, it feels great.
A look at the leaderboard here at the Hero World Tour up to press time. Out in front is Victor Hovland, who is 5 under par. Now in second, there's a three-way tie between Tom Kim, Scotty Scheffler, and Xander Schauffele, who are all 4 under par. Quick look at some of the golfers who competed earlier today about their performance.
Anytime you get the wind really high like that, especially on a golf course like this where it's exposed, it's very challenging, and you can't really play the ball along the ground here off the tee just because it's so wet, and so got to get the ball airborne, and it was definitely playing tough today. I feel like I'm playing pretty similar. I had some good finishes at the end of the year. I was pretty close at BMW. I was obviously close at the FedEx Cup final, and I've had some decent finishes this fall, so overall I feel like I'm playing pretty solid.
Ball in hands, obviously a very nice thing we enjoy. This is probably the hardest property to chip on for the most part. I guarantee everyone in the field would admit that if we didn't have ball in hand, it'd make things very difficult. So especially with the wind and being able to spin it and place it on neutral grain versus into the grain and muddy stuff, it makes it very nice for us. But if it dries up and we go back to chipping just off of where the ball lies, it'd make it very tricky.
Now that's been a look at your sports on this Friday. A quick check on weather when we return. Sports is being brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall Geologic Gymnasium. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotiaplan loan this Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Plan the perfect Christmas with your Scotiaplan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
Want to win a yummy Little Caesars party meal? Just go into Little Caesars by December 15th and purchase the stuffed crust slam dunk pizza. Be sure to keep your receipt and watch the Hoop Fest in Paradise games broadcast only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners. Win a Little Caesars party meal. First, buy a stuffed crust slam dunk pizza by December 15th. Second, save your receipt. Third, watch the Hoop Fest in Paradise games broadcasted only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners.
Pizza, pizza.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
I've been blown away. Totally love the vibe to really be able to lead this process. I feel a great sense of gratitude around being able to have Shelly to be here with us.
This event was one that you had to be here.
Any time that I am able to spend time with especially young women who have aspirations and things they want to achieve, it is just always wonderful. So this has been a terrific experience today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 4th Annual Caribbean Baseball Cup at the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium here in Nassau, Bahamas. On the visitor side is Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Haiti, Curacao, and Cuba. Prepare yourself for exciting adult baseball competition. Home Team Bahamas is ready to take on the world. December 4th through the 11th. Bring it on. Team Bahamas is ready for the world in baseball action. Not on our turf.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a weak front boundary across the northwest Bahamas, and we anticipate that will dissipate by tomorrow, and a high pressure will begin to build. So we'll see those strong winds continuing right through Sunday, but by Monday of next week, we'll see those winds starting to come down. Tonight, partly cloudy, very breezy, 75 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, it's going to be partly sunny and still very windy, high temperature around 81 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, nice sunny skies during the daytime for the next several days. But those windy conditions, as I told you, will last into Sunday. We'll see them falling off sometime on Monday. Temperature-wise, going to keep you in the low to mid-70s during the nighttime. Jiminita?
Thanks, Basil. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS News your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
Bounce off the wall, forget about the reggae and the dance hall. Break and scrape, give me Junkanoo. Party people, this one is just for you. I want you to feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, forget about the reggae and the dance hall. Break and scrape, give me Junkanoo. Party people, this one is just for you. Control when I walk and roll, the music come take over me. Junkanoo vet when you see me sweat, I don't care who said this to me. Hey, tell the DJ turn up the bass. Me and my girls gonna wind up our waist. Rum bum bum on the boats can drop this time for us to have fun. Bring the rhythm now. Blow the horns to me, turn up the lights to me, hands in the air, give me the rhythm, bring the cowbells to me, hands in the air to me, like we don't care, blaze up the rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, how winding on time-based beat is mine, you see we rushing down the road. This second year carnival is here, we taking this party into beast mode. So tell the DJ turn up the bass, me and my girls gonna mash up the place. Rum bum come on, the folks can drum this time for us to have fun. On the front lines to me, boy lick the drums to me, hands in the air give me the rhythm. Rum blow you whistle for me, all through the night to me, hands in the air give me, blaze up the rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm. All the girls them jump up your waist, jump up your waist, jump up your waist. All the man come, wash me up, wash me up, wash me up. Throw your hands up in the air, in the air, in the air. Watch the room give. Blow the horns to me, turn up the lights for me, hands in the air give me the rhythm, feel that rhythm, bring the cowbells for me, feel that rhythm, hands in the air for me, feel that rhythm, like we don't care. Blaze up the rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, feel that rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, feel that rhythm, feel that rhythm, bounce off the wall, forget about the reggae and the dance hall, break and scrape, give me Junkanoo, party people, this one is just for you.
la 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 la